What is up, everyone? Welcome into the video. My name's Jonathan Messer, host of Booby Sports Show, and in this video we have a very special video. We are going to be predicting the Big Ten championship game. And this is very special because it's number one Ohio State versus number two Indiana at Lucas Oil Stadium. Honestly, I don't want to waste any time. Let's just hop right into this one. Very, very exciting matchup here. It's beautiful to see a team like Indiana, a program like Indiana, at the point they are. Curt Cignetti is a wizard, and I absolutely love the way he coaches. And then on the flip side, you got Ryan Day, who is such a good, he builds a staff, can recruit, great on-field coach, won the Natty last year. This is going to be a very, very coach-staff matchup because of how close these teams are on the field. There's not huge margins, in my opinion. But let's hop into it. Let's talk about Indiana's offense a little bit first. Fernando Mendoza. I like Mendoza a lot. I think he's a really good quarterback, but I don't think he's anything spectacular. I think he's really good, not spectacular. And in my opinion, it goes to show how bad this Heisman race is. Let's not say bad because no Heisman race is bad, but how underwhelming this Heisman race is because Mendoza has 2,700 passing yards this year, and he's in the Heisman race. I like the kid a lot. I think he's a really good kid. It's refreshing to see that in a quarterback in college football, but I just don't think he should be in the Heisman race. And that I don't want to take anything away from him because he's a really good quarterback, but that goes to show you the state of the Heisman we're in. What I really like about Indiana is how fresh they can keep their running backs because obviously Roman Hemby, is the running back one. I mean, he leads them in rushing, has over 800 yards rushing, but they have guys behind him who can step up and be those fresh legs in the third and fourth quarter. Kalen Black, really good running back. He's the running back two over there. But they also have Kobe Martin, and they can just give him a few carries a game, but it supplements their other guys. Receiving core, Omar Cooper Jr., so good. Elijah Surratt, so good. And then you got guys like E.J. Williams, who aren't big name headliners, but get the job done. Remind me a lot of Lazare Brooks at Alabama. This is one of the biggest keys in this game, in my opinion, is how each team covers a tight end. We're going to talk a little bit about Ohio State's tight end, Max Clare, but Indiana in their own has one of the best tight ends in college football. Riley Nowakowski, one of the best tight ends in college football. Dude can do it all. Really good blocker. Really helps in the run game. Also elite in the passing game. Really good route runner. Gets open. Strong hands. Attacks the football at the point of the ball. Doesn't let it come to his chest. Doesn't try and catch it close to his body. Extends his arms. Catches the football. Attacks the football in the air. High points the ball really well. And that's super hard to guard because you get a tight end who can run really good routes. Backers usually aren't going to be able to guard him. Tight end who can go up and catch the ball. Small DBs aren't going to be able to get him. Not to mention, this team has one of the best offensive lines in college football. Unbelievable offensive line, passing in pass pro and running the ball. They're really good. Offensively for Ohio State, I'm going to jump to Max Clare because we were just talking about tight ends and Riley Nowakowski for Indiana. Sorry, I tripped on my words there. Max Clare transferred in from Purdue, kind of had a slow start to the season, but now he's showing why he's probably the second best tight end in college football, in my opinion, behind Michael Trigg. He's really good. He moves really well. If you watch NFL, he really reminds me of Dalton Schultz. I think that's literally the perfect comparison. He's Dalton Schultz, but in an Ohio State uniform. He's been a big weapon for him. What helps that is an elite receiving core to extend the defense, get them on their heels going downfield. Carnell Tate is the deep threat on this team, and he's the deep threat in college football. He's the best deep ball receiver in college football. If Jeremiah Smith wasn't on this team, Carnell Tate would be seen as one of the best in college football, and he is. Brandon Ennis, kind of the same as far as recognizing a name. Brandon Ennis is really good. He'd be receiver one on pretty much any team in college football. Not every team, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to get my point across here. He's really good, but obviously it's just Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith is unbelievable, and honestly, Jeremiah Smith helps out a lot, though, because he takes away a lot of attention, and Brandon Ennis and Carnell Tate and Max Claret tight end eat. We found a run game. Bo Jackson. Not Bo Jackson, but Bo Jackson. We found a running game. He's been really good for him. Unbelievable balance. And he does these cuts where the only way I can describe them is they're like slow motion choppy cut. I don't understand them. He's running the ball and he just chops his feet and he's just wiggling his shoulders and head fakes and then gets out of there. And it works. So I've never seen it before, but to each their own. This dude's balling, and I love to see it. Julian Sayin at quarterback has been really good. He runs the system well. He just gets it to his guys, and that's really all you need to do with a group like that. This offensive line is amazing, one of the best in the nation. Honestly, you can make an argument that these two teams are the top two offensive lines in college football. Really good. Okay, defensively for Indiana. They rank 5th against the run. So that defensive line up there, specifically Stephen Daly and Tyreek Tucker, unbelievable. Big dudes. And see, they're not just great in the run, they're also amazing in the pass. They're that defensive line. And Indiana's, as a team, is good against the pass. They're 19th against the pass. In my opinion, largely because of that pass rush. Elijah Hardy is their best pass rusher, really good, and and it surprises me because Elijah is an edge guy, right? He's number 1 in sacks, which makes sense, but their number 2 and number 3 in sacks are the two guys I just listed, Stephen Daly and Tyreek Tucker up front. You usually don't see D tackles being the second and third leading guy in stats or sacks for a team. I just think it shows how athletic and how strong those guys are. While I said this team is 19th against the pass, I don't think they've really been exposed. I don't think they've been played any teams that are really there to expose them. Penn State was already beat and done, fired James Franklin, even though they played him really close. They just ran the ball on him. Drew Aller didn't play, so that's not a team that's going to expose you. Oregon didn't really try to pass the ball well. I don't think at that time Oregon was efficiently passing the ball either, in my opinion. Iowa obviously is not going to do it. So I don't think they've really seen a big passing threat like they have today, and it'll be interesting to see how they do. Defensively for Ohio State, they have the best player in college football. Usually I start out by giving what they rank in the run and the pass, but I think it's a disservice to not mention Caleb Downs first. I think he's the best player in college football. He is unbelievable. He can do everything. He can be a box safety, he can be a coverage specialist, and he can guard over the top. Unbelievable. He's great in man. He's a ball hawk. He forces fumbles. He picks the ball off. It's just poetry in motion. I'm not even trying to glaze for real. He is unbelievable. And it's a pleasure to watch this dude play football. Like, for real. They rank 4th against the run, elite, and they rank 1st against the pass. It's hard to pick Ohio State apart. It's hard to find an edge on them. They're really, really good. Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson, 2 edge guys. It's an edge duo. Caden Curry being better, in my opinion, leads the team in sacks, but that's a hell of a duo coming off the edge. It's going to pose a big threat for anybody to block, even an elite secondary or offensive line like Iowa State, or excuse me, like Indiana. And one of my favorite players in the country, I've talked about him a lot this season, Davison Igbinosun. I like him so much because last year he was really inconsistent, but he showed really, really good signs. And this year, that inconsistency has kind of gone by the wayside. He's so good, and in my opinion, he's their number one corner. He's probably top 5 corner in college football. I really like him. Okay, let's get into some of these questions and keys that I have to this game. First one is, which pass rush affects the game the most? Elite offensive line versus elite defensive line. Really good pass rush versus really good pass rush. Who's going to get there? It's hard for me to see a team pulling away in this game because of how equal they are, and along the offensive line or along the line of scrimmage is the main thing for me that really settles these teams in being very, very close. Which receiving core takes over? Both of these teams have the ability to. This Indiana receiving core is legit. They are legit. Omar Cooper, I already listed the name, Elijah Surratt, E.J. Williams, these guys are legit, and they're one of the best in college football. Obviously, coming into this game, everyone's going to talk about Ohio State's because they have the big names, but this Indiana receiving core is elite, and they are capable of taking over games. Indiana's elite defensive line in the run game versus Ohio State's elite offensive line in the run game. I think if Indiana can stop Ohio State running the football, they can win this game. Bo Jackson has been incredible, but like I said, whoever dominates that offensive line is going to win, and that's usually what you see in these big-time matchups. You've probably heard it on every radio station, every show, every TV program. Whoever dominates the offensive line and wins the offensive line will win this football game, and especially in the run game. And lastly, this is what I think will win this football game. Obviously, the players go out and the players have to win games, but I think scheme in this game is more important than pretty much any game this year, in my opinion. I think these two coaching staffs are really good, and whoever out-schemes the other will probably win this game because the margin between these two teams is that slim. Okay, let's get into some of the betting stuff and then my prediction. The spread in this game is Ohio State minus 4.5. That's a healthy spread, in my opinion, for a 1 versus 2. Vegas is pretty, obviously the number's not too high, but Vegas is pretty heavily leading Ohio State in this game. The money lines, though, are a little bit closer. The money line is minus 190 for Ohio State, and Indiana's is plus 160, and the over-under is 47.5. My prediction in this game, I do think Ohio State wins. I think this game is very, very close. Obviously, it's in the cards, but I don't see a blowout either way. I think this game is going to be very close, probably a low-scoring football game. But I think Ohio State has the edge as a staff. I think they out-scheme Indiana just a little bit, and I think they're able to get a little bit of push up front at the end of the game. I think early in the game, Ohio State's probably going to struggle to run the ball just because Indiana's fresh and that D-line is unbelievable. But I think Ohio State breaks through and wins an extremely close football game. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning into the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It will help the channel out a lot. I'm trying to grow this thing. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy watching the games and check back in for my college football playoff prediction tonight. Jesus saves. God bless. Thank you all.